The apostles were charged with setting up the foundation not only of the kingdom of Christ post-resurrection, but also they will be seen as the pillars of the foundation of the New Jerusalem. Jesus called those apostles to go make disciples of themselves. So you can't say by default, if Thomas, you're an electrician, if I am being discipled by you in your craft, by default in the future, unless I suck at life, I should become some element of an electrician, correct? Or at least have the skill set to do so if I choose not to walk in that profession. Because ultimately, that's what he does, and that's what he's teaching me to do. So, while I believe that the calling on the first 12 apostles is a different calling than if one of you is called into an apostolic office today, the truth is by default, they were to make disciples of the teaching that they were discipled into by Jesus the Christ, the greatest Torah teacher, which means by default, they were making many apostles. In practice. They lived with them. Sometimes they got sideways. Paul and Barnabas, he had to enter into the transfer portal. Barnabas had to go his own way. He had to go to Texas. He had to start playing for the Longhorns. Paul stayed true to the Sooner. They had to go their separate way. But they did life the same way Yeshua showed them to do life with each other. This is why I strongly encourage people when I meet them in our church to say, they're like, oh, well, you just want us to start coming to church and plug into church because we're going to tithe or we're going to do this. As you notice, I've talked a lot today, and not once have we had a time of tithe. Not once have we talked about our membership class. Not once have we talked about any of those things.